It's what?
Started.
Good afternoon, collectors. Greetings from Minnesota. Check the weather before we started today, and we have reached 0. This morning when I got up to come to work, it was 29 below. There were a lot of schools canceled today, and that's what we deal with here in Minnesota at this time of year. Last time we had such a good response with questions that you asked, pieces that you wanted to see, so I went through last week's comments and questions, and I think I pulled everything that you were asking to see, New Village pieces, so we'll see what we can come up with, and maybe some of them will come a little closer. I have a new helper today, so if you hear me talking to Rebecca, that's what we're working on here today. So Rebecca, we want to show the details. Does that show up pretty good there?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna start with Christmas in the City. I have pieces from Peanuts Village, Dickens Village, North Pole, Christmas in the City, and our new fall harvest set. Those were things you all asked for. And I'm going to start with this Christmas in the City piece, which is the Model Railroad Shop. This is a fabulous piece. It was designed by Tom Bates, and if you can see right here in front, it's a very traditional kind of brownstone looking building that goes great in Christmas in the City. However, I think you could also use it in Dickens Village. But on the front of the building, it has an actual model railroad that goes around and around, and it's very quiet. And I think it's just a wonderful piece. So lots of detail on this piece. I love the lit LED lit lanterns over the sign and over the doorway to light things. That's the way things used to be in the 40s and 50s. You'll see they have a nice downspout on the side. And I think what looks really kind of cool here on the side, there's a sign that advertises the annual toy drive. So good nod to things like that. And I know a lot of the collectors clubs deal with things like that. So that is the Christmas in the City Model Railroad Shop that I think is just a must-have for all Christmas in the City collectors. I think you may not be getting quite as many pieces as you were getting in Christmas in the City, but I think what you're getting is absolutely A-plus top drawer stuff. So that's that piece. Let's get another one now. We're going to. Well, I had some notes that I looked up on model railroading, and back in the 1950s, model railroad trains were the #1 toy for boys. I don't know why just boys, because I think girls like trains too, but I thought that was rather interesting. Model railroad trains have been around since the 1950s for children, or not 1950s, since the 1890s. And by 1950s, that was the #1 toy. Okay, so now Dickens Village. Let's take a look at Dickens Village. This is a beautiful piece. And this is the 11 Pipers Piping. It just uses a standard light cord, so let's put that in and see how this piece will look lit. And get it untwisted here from all of the cords that I have.
Someone is wondering if they could get a close-up. I could hold it closer to the screen.
You sure could. Did you want to see the one I just did? Is that the one they're looking for? Okay, let's take a look at that one. We'll just revert a little bit and see what.
See how I can hold it here. If I can get it in there.
Really is a nice looking piece. Is the train show there, or is it in the back? It's in the back right now. Well, here I can
Plug them in real quick?
I can plug it in real quick, and we can do that. Absolutely. You ask, we try to help you out with that. In fact, I should have opened this one up. I didn't.
Okay.
There we go. Now you should be able to see the train going around and around. That animation really adds a lot. Excellent. Okay. So you get a little different perspective on things when you have a woman in charge. We won't tell Nate I said that.
Just depends if he's watching.
Yeah, he might be. Okay, so now we're going to move on to Dickens Village. And I have a couple of pieces for Dickens Village. We had a series that we were calling 12th Night based on the 12 Days of Christmas. And this is our 11th piece in the series. It is called 11 Pipers Piping. Now, traditionally, Pipers Piping was not a pipe shop. It was not a tobacco shop. Pipers would have been probably bagpipes. So it would have been the musical instruments. But they did a little twist on it. And when I talked to Tom Bates about the piece this morning, he said, well, you know, Dickens was a smoker. And if you look here, and Rebecca can do a close-up again, we have a really neat hanging sign on the side, say that fast 3 times, of an image of Charles Dickens. He loved a good pipe full of excellent tobacco, and this would have been a high-end tobacco shop where he would have gone to buy, you know, a few ounces of the very best tobacco that he could afford at the time. And it's really got a lot of detail. It's got these topiaries, there's sisal ones up here, there's the ceramic ones down here. It's got an added on lantern, it's got this hanging sign, and again it has detail on the side and on the back. And we're going to let Rebecca bring it up a little closer while I tell you just a little bit more about the 12 Days of Christmas. There you go. That should be long enough for you to be able to do that. The earliest known versions of the lyrics of the song 12 Days of Christmas was sung as part of a children's book in 1780. So it's been around a very, very long time. And the book was called Mirth Without Mischief. I didn't look up that book, but it talks about, you know, various parts of the gifts that were sent to the singers or the person that wrote the song, his true love. And we've seen over the years, because Department 56 has done a variety of ornaments. We've done other nods in Dickens Village where we did a whole series of accessories. We've also done snow babies. And if you look online, if you Google the 12 Days of Christmas, you're going to find some variation in what is represented by each number. 5 is always 5 gold rings. 4 is 4 calling birds, or it also can be set as 4 collie birds, Colley. Probably someone heard it as calling at one point, and when they were writing the oral version down, they wrote down calling birds, but a collie bird is a blackbird. And that is an English name for a blackbird. So that's probably what it originally was. But the last 4, the 8 maids a milking, the 9, I forget what 9 is. Anyway, the last 4 are very often mixed up, especially like 11 pipers piping, it might be 10 pipers piping. 12, of course, in our series next year will be 12 drummers drumming. And Tom told me a little bit about it today, but I can't tell you about it. But he is working on it. So a beautiful piece. And again, this is one of those pieces, I think it is the type of piece we've got that we could use in Dickens Village, and we could use it in Christmas in the City. And here we've got a Dickens and a Christmas in the City. Put them right next to each other. They go very well together. So these are some nice crossover pieces. If you're looking to add a few more pieces to Christmas in the City this year, this certainly would be a great piece to add. You might think I like that piece. I keep bringing it up. Okay, so after that piece, we have another piece for Dickens Village. And if we put them on the floor, then I don't pick them up twice. And this one is called the Mulberry Gatehouse. And this is another one that uses an adapter. It has some LED lighting. And let's plug it in and give you a little view of that. This one is something that you'd see probably a little more in a residential area. It's made of stucco, and that stucco has been around for a long, long time. In fact, very often you will see that stucco looks like it's coming off a little bit. I mean, it's something that's probably been used. I think that the Google search I did said it's been around for about 6,000 years. They've been using stucco. And stucco is always used to cover whatever the building material is underneath, just to give it a more finished, a more upscale look. And the type of architecture, and you can see here too, the stucco is coming off the building. And just to give it a little more authenticity, that's how Tom designed the piece. And this Tudor style of architecture is called daub and wattle. The wattle is the timbers, and the daub is the stucco or whatever it is that they're using to put on as the finish coat in between the wattle. It's very traditional, traditionally used in Edwardian and Victorian times, but it goes as far back as Henry VIII and used in the 15th century. This is an LED lit piece. I think it's really a pretty piece. It's lit nicely from the inside. It's got lit lanterns on the outside. It's got a nice hanging sign on the outside that says Mulberry Gatehouse. And you can see there's almost like a tunnel here, and that's like a portico or a place where the carriage would drive through so that the people going into the manor house could get out in privacy, away from the weather, things like that. So there you have this really pretty Mulberry Gatehouse. Love this piece. Yep, let's do a close-up of that. As long as we've gotten the hang of doing that, let's try it. Okay. Yep, there you go. And Rebecca's going to show you that one up close as well. That one really has nice lighting from the interior. And that is an LED lit piece. And while she's showing you that, I'll bring up the next two so that we have those. All right, thank you, Rebecca. And this one is, we're going back to the other style of lighting. And that will be just a single light cord. This is the West End docks. It's a set of two. And I especially noticed right up front that when Tom designed the piece, he didn't put snow on the bottom. He did paint it so that it would look like it was near and on the water. And this is the boat that goes with it. So these two come together. Look at the really neat weather vane with a fish on it that is on the building. On this end of it, it says Chelsea Fish Company, so sometimes you're maybe going to hear it referred to that way. But the official name for the piece is West End Docks. And what's really kind of neat here on this side that I noticed about it this morning, there's this pole that sticks out with a pulley system and a hook. And you will see that it's got the rope and the little pull over here, and that would be used, the boats would come up, they would have these large nets filled with fish. The hook would go down, hook onto the net full of fish, and that would assist them to get those big hauls of fish up into the fish house. The sails are wrapped up right now, and you can see on the inside there are a few fish left in the bottom of the boat. The oars are here. And during Dickens' time, a boat like this, which is relatively a flat bottom boat that's used on a river or quite near shore, it didn't go way out into the ocean, but used for fishing, was called a nobby, which I think is kind of a cute name. And you can see over on this side there's a net that's kind of hanging off the side. So there's a lot of detail on this piece. And again, they've got the bottom is colored so that it will blend in nicely with your river or lake, whatever waterway you choose to use with it. And a really nice setup. And there are other boats and other dock pieces, and I think this will work out very nicely. I think this would also go very nicely in New England Village. I just kind of was thinking about that. So a really nice dock that goes around, and let's have Rebecca bring that up and show it to you, especially this front part here. I think that would be, she's going to show you the boat first, the Nobby, which I think is a really cute piece. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Okay. And then that pulley system, I think, really adds a lot to the detail on this piece. And again, I think it's got really nice lighting. This is lit with a standard light cord. You could also use the new LED lights that we have for the houses. A lot of you I know have been asking about the LED lights. Great. Thank you, Rebecca. All right. Two years ago, we brought out a piece for fall. Not everybody does Halloween, but fall has been extremely popular. And we brought out a piece last year, and we have a piece this year. So it's something that everyone kind of looks forward to. I'm going to just turn this off because it's a little distracting. And plug this one in so you can see how nicely it lights. This is Patty's Pumpkin Patch. Now it looks like it might be a smaller piece, but there's a lot going on this piece. And beside getting the ceramic piece, they have the lights, and look at the detail on the inside. And Rebecca will bring this closer in a minute. You can see all the different kinds of pumpkins that are sitting there. It also comes with, well, I didn't open it up, but it comes with a tree. And it comes with a bag of leaves. So instead of the snow, this is a gift set. And then here is Patty. And Patty is talking to one of her little customers. And all four of these pieces come together in one box. It'll be a nice addition for the Harvest Barn. And what's the other one that we have? I don't remember what the other one was called. But anyway, we now have three pieces for the Fall Harvest series. And this is a great one. When I was looking at this, I found out that in the United States, we grow over 1 billion, that's billion with a B, pounds of pumpkins every year. And can you guess what state grows the most pumpkins? It's in the Midwest.
I was going to guess Midwest.
Yeah.
Midwest?
Illinois.
Oh. Okay.
So Illinois is number one and followed by California. I suppose simply because they have a lot of space for growing things like that. But most farmers grow the traditional orange varieties, but as you can see here, Patty is into some of the more decorative ones with the white pumpkins, and the last couple of years I've also seen a blue variety, and those the requests for those, and they're much more expensive, at least around here that's gone up about 40% in the last couple of years. So Patty has picked a good business. So Patty's Pumpkin Patch. Okay, I think you can get that up there. Well, no, we're going to have to undo. We're going to have to undo the little twist. I'm sorry.
You'd undo all of the different cables.
That's all right. That's all right. Collectors want to see these close up, and we want them to see them. I think this is my favorite piece so far. I did really like the barn last year, and I understand that got to be kind of hard to find. So If you want to continue this series, I think Patty's will be equally sought after, so don't wait. These will start shipping to retailers in early summer. And look, and you can see not only she sells pumpkins, but she's got gourds and she's got Indian corn, all the things you want to pick up at a roadside stand in fall. Really a cute piece. And it's perfect to put in with your Halloween village, but if you aren't into Halloween, a nice little fall display. Really cute. Goes really nicely with some of the mistletoe farm pieces as well. Okay. Okay, I'm going to just unplug that one. I don't think I need this for anything else. Now I'm going to show you a couple of pieces for the Peanuts series. Someone asked about that last time, and we have a couple pieces here. This is Snoopy's Blue Ribbon. Let's see if let me get the right ribbon winning doghouse. Now this one comes with a battery pack, but you can also convert it to use it with the AC/DC adapter. And once you have it lit, it almost looks like a different piece. When it's not lit, it's a cute little piece. But when it's lit, it's spectacular. Snoopy really knows how to put his decorations up. His name is on the front. He's got all his bells and whistles on top and the really cute bright lights around the outside. And it looks like he's not quite done yet, but he still has already won first place. And I think there is a first place ribbon. Yep, right on the front of it. So there is Snoopy's ribbon winning doghouse. This was designed by Paul Lundberg. And the AC/DC adapter, this is what the box would look like when you're going to your store to get something like that. And that comes with 3 jacks, so you can plug up to 3 battery pack items on with one jack. So it's a pretty versatile thing to have. You can use this for like your street lights and things like that as well. So let's see if we can show this. Oh, and this is one Rick has kind of. I'm gonna have to put this one back together, but that's all right.
How many twist ties is there?
Well, this is a Rick Jackson special.
Oh, okay.
Rick is very neat and tidy.
Mm-hmm.
And I borrowed the adapter from him. So, okay, let's see if we can. There we go. All right. Yeah, we'll make it work. There you go. Isn't that a cute piece? I think even if you don't collect the Snoopy Village for Christmas, just as a single item, what a happy piece that is. If you're going to visit someone who maybe doesn't do a whole lot of decorating for Christmas, or visiting someone who is maybe in an assisted living or nursing home or something like that, and just you want to bring them something bright and cheery, I don't think you could get anything brighter or more cheery than this piece. I love it. This piece here, I'll get rid of all these cords here, is called the Peanuts Haunted House. And let's turn her on. And it's a simple little house, but I think it says a lot. It's got these really cute bats that do make a little bit of, add to a little bit of animation. And the house itself is a little simple. You know, it's just got some broken windows and a broken cellar door and things like that. A really neat old tree that's been chopped down, and the wood chopping block and things like that. Garbage can out back because they don't just throw their garbage around. Very cute piece. But what's cute are the 2 accessories that are new this year that will go with this. And let's get the names of these. This is Trick or Treating with Peanuts. And we've got 3 of the kids. I know this is Lucy, and I think this is Linus, and I'm not sure who this one is underneath there. But three cute, and you know, when you put them together, it makes a really cute little display. And then the other one is called A Treat for Woodstock. So Snoopy's got his trick-or-treat bag, and he is sharing a little bit with Woodstock. So cute accessories that go with this. This is new. We haven't done Halloween for Snoopy, for Peanuts in the last few years. So if you haven't gotten anything Peanuts for this time of year, here's something great. And I think it's just from the pages of from the animated Snoopy special or Peanuts special about the one where Linus goes, the Great Pumpkins. Oh, see, Rebecca is very knowledgeable. She knew the name of that one. Very cute, though. I think this is a real cute set. All right, and she's going to bring that forward and let you take a look at it. Yeah. All right. And while she's showing you the accessories, I will get the last piece lit. And this is one that someone specifically said, you didn't show the she shed yet. Say she said 3 times. So this, really cute. Lots of detail on those. Our accessory artists really do a nice job with this. The last piece, Mrs. Claus's She Shed, is a gift set. So that will come, because it's a Christmas related one, it will come with snow. It will come with a little sisal tree. And it will come with its own accessory. This is part of the silver series. So this is resin. It's got lots and lots of detail. I love the little, I'm going to call it a weather vane on top. I'm not really sure if it's a weather vane or a finial. It shows a little ball of yarn with the knitting needles on top. And if you look inside, you can see Mrs. Claus has all kinds of things in her she shed. And the thing I really like about this, and we'll show it to you when we show you a close-up, there's an easel in there that is a blank slate. And I think that's something that you can personalize. You can put a name on it, or you can put your own picture on there, or write something on there yourself and personalize it for your own she shed. These are popping up all over the place. It looks like Mrs. Claus is into quite a few things here. She's got some knitting supplies, and she's got a sweater hanging on the back wall. It looks like she's finished. She's got some books. She's got a potted poinsettia in there. She's got a bottle of wine. All right, Mrs. Claus. And she's got some little topiaries out front. She sheds kind of the woman's answer to a man cave. And then Mrs. Claus is decorating some ornaments at a work table, and that's another really cute little accessory. So if you'd like to show those, Rebecca, I will talk a little bit about what's going to be coming for. Got it? Okay. And you can see inside that one there really is some cute detail. I like how they've got the French doors opened and the little lights that are hanging there on the outside. So if she feels like going out late at night, she can go into her she shed, and it will be pretty peaceful out there for her. Our next Facebook Live post will be on February 27th. So we're going to skip next week. And we will be here on the 27th. And we are going to talk about Halloween. We finally have all of our pieces in the Halloween display. So we'll start next time with a little overview of what Stephen Pepin did for our Halloween display here in the showroom. And we'll start with some of the pieces for the Halloween display. And because tomorrow is Valentine's Day, we wanted to take just a minute and present a Valentine to each of you, because Department 56 would love you to be our Valentine. Till next time, Bye-bye.